The Boeing 777 is one of the most popular commercial airliners in the world, known for its efficiency, reliability, and comfort. With its twin-engine design and advanced avionics, the 777 can reach a top speed of over 560 miles per hour and fly for up to 7,000 nautical miles without refueling. Our flight today will take us from Jinnah International Airport in Karachi, Pakistan, to Dubai International Airport in the United Arab Emirates. This route is a popular one for both business and leisure travelers and is served by a number of airlines including Emirates, Fly Dubai, and Pakistan International Airlines. As we depart from Karachi, we'll climb into the skies and head southwest over the Arabian Sea, passing by the southern coast of Iran before turning east towards Dubai. Along the way, we'll enjoy stunning views of the coastline, the desert landscapes, and the sparkling waters of the Persian Gulf. But given the time that it's nighttime, I don't know how much of those views we're going to get. In the cockpit, you'll get a chance to see the advanced instrumentation and control systems that make flying the 777 such a joy for pilots. From the advanced glass cockpit display to the precise fly-by-wire controls, you'll get a glimpse of what it takes to safely navigate this amazing aircraft. So come along with us on this exciting journey as I soar through the skies aboard the mighty Boeing 777 from Karachi to Dubai. So guys, in this video I'm doing something a bit different. As you can see, it's not a cold and dark flight deck. I've already set up everything in the aircraft and my throttles are not supposed to be there. Anyways, back to where we were. That wasn't on purpose. Anyways, as you can see, I've already set up the flight deck. The aircraft is in a state where it's ready for pushback. Boarding has been completed. Everything has been disconnected. We are good to go. All we have to do is just turn on the APU, disconnect ground power, and push back. So to do that, all we're going to do is just come over here, flick that to start, and we wait for the APU to start up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the APU is now running, so we can come up over here, turn on the APU generators, and disconnect the external power. And I can now dismiss the GPU. With the GPU now being dismissed, we are ready for pushback, but before we do pushback, I will set the cruising altitude, and our cruising altitude for today is flight level 360. So let's just key that into the FMC. Not the FMC, into the MCP panel. The autopilot. Alright, flight level 36. So God, why is this being so finicky? And there we go. Flight level 360. That will set to V2 speed as we rotate automatically, don't have to fidget with that. And yeah, with that being said, we are ready for pushback. Alright, since GSX can be quite annoying with the pushback on this 777, I'm gonna cut to us having been pushed back for the sake of realism, and we will start the engines then. So I'll see you guys shortly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the pushback has just been completed. We are now lined up and we can now start up our engines. To start up in the engines, as usual, first we're going to be turning on the beacon lights. Then we can look over here and we're going to flick the starter to the start position. We're going to come make our way down here, look at the ECAM, and we're going to wait for it to come alive. There we go, it's come alive. Let's wait for it to spool up and we can put in the fuel. We're gonna watch that. I'm gonna wait until it goes to 1.0 and then I'll add fuel to the mix.
Clear to start engines.
Alright, engine number 2 is now coming alive. We're just gonna give it a few seconds to spool up before we start up engine number 1. Engine number 2 has spooled up successfully and we have the bleed off engine warning there. That means the engine is now available for us to use, so we're just going to turn on the right engine bleed. And now we're going to do the same for the left side. Flick the starter to start. Look back down here and watch the N1 build up. Allow it to spool up to 1.0 and then we'll add in the fuel. Alright, above 1.0, let's add in the fuel. Alright, as we can see, engine number 1 has also spooled up 21.8 and we have the bleed off engine warning. So we can turn on the engine bleed. And the aircraft is now on its own power, so we can turn off the APU. With the APU being turned off, we can now turn on the taxi lights and the runway turn off lights. And we can begin our taxi. So let's taxi onto the runway, runway 25 left, for today's departure. Let's get to the runway. We're going to disconnect the parking brake and add in our throttle.
Welcome aboard. We're about to show you the safety features of this Emirates flight, and we need your full attention. By now, your tray table, TV screen and footrest should be folded away. Your window blinds open and your seat in the upright position. Baggage, including laptops, should be stowed in the overhead lockers, or use the space under the seat in front of you. Please fasten your seatbelt whenever the seatbelt symbol is illuminated. Adjust the belt by pulling the strap and lift the metal flap to unfasten your belt. If you wish to sleep during the flight, fasten the seatbelt over your blanket so that we will not have to disturb you. For takeoff and landing, laptops need to be switched off and stowed correctly. Any mobile phones or tablets should be put into flight mode. After takeoff, we'll let you know when you can turn on Wi-Fi and mobile roaming. If you lose your phone under a seat, ask your cabin crew to help you find it. Do not move the seat, as this may damage the phone and its battery. It is illegal to smoke on board, including using or charging electronic smoking devices. All toilets have smoke detectors. If necessary, oxygen masks will appear from above you. Pulling the mask towards you starts the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your face and breathe normally. Put your mask on first and then help others.
Alright folks, we have made it here to the whole short line of runway 25 left over there. We're going to light up the aircraft for departure and conduct a rolling takeoff as usual. Strobe lights on, the aircraft is now as visible as it can get, and now we can enter the runway. As we're entering the runway, we can now also add in our flaps. And let's set the auto brake to RTO. Let's turn onto the runway. I'm going to try our best to line up here. Just going to let us slide a bit more. Okay, that seems to be a good enough job. So with that being said, let's get ready for takeoff. Ladies and gentlemen, off to Dubai we go. Set that there. Airspeed is alive. We can now safely go to Toga. That is Toga. Alright, airspeed is alive. Throttles are going up properly. Auto throttle is armed. Autopilot is ready as well. Let's hope for the best. We're going to be making use of the full runway here at Karachi, because why waste asphalt, am I right? Not gonna lie though, that's kind of making me nervous. We're gonna have to pull up pretty steeply there at the end. V1. I'm just gonna add some backstick pressure already. Lift the nose up in the air and just kind of let the plane gently help itself into the air. Beautifully continue pitching up, and around we're looking for 2,000 feet per minute. Beautiful positive rate of climb. Gear can go up. onto a left bank here. Still trying to keep it on the flight directors there. Looking at 2,000 feet per minute. Beautiful departure there. Alright, let's straighten out. Kind of climbing a bit too steeply there. Let's level off. And now I'm going to reach on over and try and turn on the autopilots. So, auto throttle, LNAV has been activated, yes. Set that to 200 knots. Let's see if vertical speed likes to activate. Vertical speed is now active. And the aircraft is obeying instructions properly. We can bring flaps up to 5, speed up to 220 knots. There we go, 220 knots. The aircraft should continue to climb. And it's going to turn onto the course that we have assigned it off this departure. The Milam 1 Golf departure, if I'm not mistaken, and return right towards Virak. Aircraft speed is climbing. Everything looks good. Alright, 220 knots, flaps up one more notch. And we could go up to 240, and then we can bring flaps up completely. Alright, we are 240 knots, flaps are up completely. Still climbing at 2,000 feet per minute, 240 knots, going through 4,000 feet. Beautiful departure here from Karachi. Out of Karachi. Beautiful departure. And a beautiful aircraft, I must say. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is it. I'm gonna cut the video here as we clear 5,000 feet. And yeah, I'll catch you guys at the top of descent. Enjoy the time lapse. Greeting from the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sully here. I'm going to be interrupting your regularly scheduled time lapse here to tell you guys we have roughly reached our top of descent, and we will be configuring the aircraft for descent and starting our descent shortly. Before I do that, I can see we have a fuel low center warning there, so we're going to turn off the center pumps. And yeah, we can see here if we go to the legs page, our first descent is 11,000 at DB520, which is this little waypoint right here. So let's set the aircraft up for that. We're looking for 11,000 feet. Let me just quickly get there real quick. Don't mind me. Okay, come on, work. There you go, 11,000 feet. And let's set the vertical speed. I think 1,500 feet per minute is gonna be appropriate here. 2,000 feet per minute, way too extreme. The aircraft's gonna bring itself back up. And yeah, I think roughly 1,500 feet per minute. Honestly, you could even go up to 1,400 feet per minute there, given how throughout the oscillating of the aircraft I can figure out 1,300 feet per minute might actually be more accurate. Yeah, there we go, 1,300 feet per minute, DB520. Back to the time lapse we go. Alright, looks like we've leveled out at 6,000. I'm going to bring the spoilers back up to armed position. And as we're about to hit the restriction DB407, next we're going to aim for 3,000 and above for our final altitude at PDOV, which would be around there. So that is roughly, how far away would that be? Let's do some maths. Right number there, so 7, 14, 29, wait. 19, 23, 27, 30. We've still got quite a fair distance, 53 nautical miles away still. So we're going to keep here at 6,240 knots a bit and just allow the aircraft to keep flying at its current configuration, and we'll set it and we'll bring it down shortly. Alright folks, welcome back to the flight deck. We're now gonna descend to our final altitude of 3,000 feet. Let's set that up in the aircraft's the autopilot, and yeah. So we're gonna slow down as well to 200 knots because I'm just gonna go down to 180 knots just to be safe. You know, I'd rather be slow than overshoot. And it's PDOV, which we should be aiming for. And I think I'm honestly good. I'm gonna make it quite comfortably. If anything, I could go up to 900 feet per minute. Wait, yeah, I think 800 feet per minute honestly should be, not even 800, 700 feet per minute. Damn. I guess I did start it too early. Maybe 600 feet per minute if I'm getting a bit lucky there. Alright, but you know, 500 feet per minute. 500 feet per minute. There we go. But we are also slowing down. I have visual with the runway right there. 12 right is what we're going to be aiming for. The city of Dubai over there in the horizon. And yep, let's make it count. Then just, yeah, I'm just going to help the aircraft slow down a bit. While it's slowing down, throwing down the launcher flaps. Just easing it on. I'm using the speed brake a lot just so I can slow it down. Flaps can go to 15, and flaps can go to 20 just because I want to be safe. And speed brake can go back to the arm position. Auto brake, we can set that to 2, And we're just gonna wait for the aircraft to straighten itself out with one runway 12 right. That is 12 left. That over there is Sharjah. I'm fairly confident that that is Sharjah. That is the runway we're aiming for. Let's hope the aircraft can get itself lined up. I have no idea why it's beeping like that, but it is. It is. Set that there, and yeah, let's continue our descent. Alright folks, back into the cockpit here, and yeah, we are coming in way too high. Okay, let's try and slow ourselves down. Set our speed to 150. Whip out the speed brakes just so I can slow ourselves down. And start throwing in some flaps there. We're doing our best to make it there at PDOV. I'm going to set that to 2500 just so I have some wiggle room to play with. Hopefully localizers. I can't capture the localizer for some reason. Interesting. Alright, full flaps have been activated. Speed brake can go back to armed. Speed brake on position. And as we continue our descent there. Alright, now localizer has not been captured yet. Could the glide slope be captured? Neither has the glide slope been captured, so I'm going to bring the gear down here.
2500.
Alright, we're leveling out at 2,000 feet. I just have a visual right now. We are too low according to the pappies. So we're just going to level off here. And yeah, hopefully we don't stall out. Gear has been deployed. Look at that magnificent aircraft. And right now it's not in a magnificent position because of my beautiful habits there. So we're quite steep on that. Should balance itself out. On the right there, Burj Khalifa. Always looking beautiful. Again, too low according to the glide slope on the pappies there. So we're just going to wait until we line up and then I will take manual control of the aircraft. Before I do that, speed brake is on, flaps are set, gear is down, auto brake is set, all lights are on. Yeah, everything's looking good for a beautiful approach here into Dubai. As you can see, stunning city, beautiful lights there. And yeah, maybe I could trim the nose. I'm trying to trim it. See if I could maybe. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna take manual control of the aircraft here. Alright, my aircraft. And let's fly this in. The 777 is a gentle beast to fly. As long as you work with it, it will work with you. And yeah, I'm just trying to work with it. Flight directors. Okay, we seem to be good on the pappies there. I think we're veering a bit to the left. We're a bit to the right, sorry, so we're going to bank left a bit so we can adjust. Alright, just going to adjust my throttle there, my bad, I mean my flight joystick. Alright. I'm going to have this hovering the auto throttle disconnect because I don't have a button for that. Bound. Okay, we're doing good on the glide slope. We're lined up as well. Everything is looking good. Maybe a bank a bit to the left. Alright guys, here we are on approach into Dubai International. As you can see, this is a very different approach to what you saw before the cut. What happened was the footage that I recorded initially for that approach basically got corrupted from that point on, so I've had to redo the approach. And the way I redid it is I set it up on the opposite runway. But you know, I think you all are just here to see a nice landing, and hopefully I can deliver that. Everything, aircraft is prepped for landing. It's coming in beautifully on approach right now. Maybe veering a bit off center. So let's get ourselves there and descend a bit because we seem to be coming a bit too high on the pappies. Okay, got the don't sink warnings, and I think we're lined up there, beautifully coming in on the glide slope, trying to maintain that vertical speed. Oh, a bit of lag, my bad, getting a bit high again, so let's let our vertical speed sink. Alright, I'm just gonna visually do this now. I'm gonna ignore the pappies. Now that we're close to the runway, let's level out the wings. Don't sink warnings are going wild. Let's get ready to disconnect auto throttle. And auto throttle has been disconnected. Manual power, here we go. Over the threshold. Now drop power to idle. Let's see, come on. And touchdown. Reversers can get activated. Slowing down properly there. Beautiful landing, I must say. As we're about to hit 60 knots, let's bring the reversers in. And let's go for manual braking. And we're going to take the high-speed exit here. I feel like I haven't, my parking brake might be on. Yes, it is. Disconnect that, take the high-speed exit. And yeah, we're exiting the runway now. So I'm gonna take a stop here at this whole short line. And I'm gonna allow you guys to watch the landing from a few different perspectives while I clean up the aircraft and prep it for the taxi to the gate. Alright folks, I've cleaned up the aircraft. APU should be starting shortly. The aircraft has been cleaned up, flaps, everything is clean. Now allow us to taxi to the gate.
Dubai International Airport is your gateway to one of the most dynamic cities in the world. Emirates Terminal 3 is designed to make your airport experience smooth and enjoyable and give you a first taste of the city beyond. If you're traveling with children under 3, our complimentary baby stroller service is available on arrival to help you through the airport. Connecting to another flight is easy. Simply follow the signs to connections. If you have your boarding pass, pass straight through security. Alternatively, collect your boarding pass from the connections counter, then pass through security. Find your next departure gate on one of the many information boards in the terminal. Or, just before you land, look on the airshow moving map channels on the ICE in-flight entertainment system. Emirates flights depart from gates A, B, or C. Travel between the gates by bus, shuttle train, or it may just be a walk away. The signs will show you the way. If you're traveling in first class or business class, or are an Emirates Skyward Silver, Gold or Platinum member, you can enjoy the luxury and tranquility of our exclusive Emirates lounges. Enjoy exploring the amazing range of shops and restaurants in Dubai Airport. But keep in mind that you need to be at your next departure gate no later than 45 minutes before your flight departs. we wish you a pleasant onward journey. If Dubai is your final destination, follow the signs to
Let's set the parking brakes. And get ready to turn off our engines. So before we turn off our engines, we gotta make sure the APU generators are on. Yep, and with that, we can turn off the engine. Alright, to turn off the engine, simply just cut the fuel. Alright, with the engines turned off, we can go up here and turn off all these lights, including the beacon lights. With that being said, the aircraft has now arrived at the state and is ready for turnaround once the jetway is connected. Thank you guys for watching this flight. Once again, any improvements, any suggestions you guys have, please leave them in the comments, and I will see you for the next one. Happy flying.